If you want to know how a broke kid in his bedroom can have a few videos up, a few funnels up, and make $2 million at the age of 19, and now about to blow up the whole biz op industry with the help of Iman Gadzhi and $1 billion company, then this might be the most interesting video you'll ever watch. Because after going through Eddie Cumberbatch's whole entire funnel, from his traffic to even booking a call with the team, I found some very, very, very interesting stuff. Stuff that these $100 million gorillas, right? Sabri Subri, Russell Brunson, Alex Hormozi preach in their books constantly. And what my mentor that has generated $126,000 has actually been showing me the inside of for these past few weeks. So over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you his whole entire funnel from his traffic. So how he's pulling traffic to his funnel, how he's converting that traffic with a very, very, very high converting video sales letter, and how he's positioning that offer and then getting those booked calls followed up. This is going to get juicy, right? And I'm going to show it to you in 3 steps. Let's get to it. So this is how his funnel looks like right now. This is the broad overview. What it is he's pulling traffic from YouTube videos and IG Reels, which I will show you his strategy in a second, and then he's putting it to a video sales letter page, right? And the whole goal of that is to get them to book a call with this straight away path, and then we'll have a setter or we'll have an email address from an email to come to their high ticket program, right? That's just the overview. Let's zoom in into the traffic. So this is organic traffic funnel, right? But before we understand his funnel, we have to look at the audience, because everything from his title to the last CTA of the VSL has to consider the audience. So you have to start there. So what the audience is 20 to 30-year-old college kids and 9-to-5 workers. So that's his audience. So this biz op audience. So when we come here, he's using YouTube and IG and TikTok to get top of funnel traffic. That is broad reach. Get as many people in. Just don't even qualify anyone. Just get people in, talking about your lifestyle and just talking about make money online, broad stuff, right? This gets more people in, easy, right? And then we have middle of funnel content. This is educating people about the opportunity. Now, this is where Eddie does what nobody dares to do in the whole industry, which is not talking about how they're going to do it, but talking about how much money they're going to make, or just hyping it up. Because most people just straight up educate and they give as much information as they could. But Eddie here is just, this is going to make you rich, and this is how much money you're going to make. Buy my course. And I'm going to show you why that is very, very, very effective in a second. So this is educating the audience, right? And then after that, he goes to the bottom of funnel content, so saying how this opportunity makes these people rich. So you're not getting into it, so you have a lot of FOMO, right? You can see that these people are going to get juiced off with this because they got attention, they got educated, and they got FOMO'd in that this is currently working. Now, all tying this to a CTA are here to a VSL, which does the highest leverage thing, right? It does the most heavy lifting. Now, before we get to the VSL, we have to see what audience comes to that VSL, because it's really, really important. And he does this with an opt-in before that. So he does this with a few copywriting tactics in his stuff. But what he does is he grabs attention with the headline, he qualifies people, and he adds curiosity. Because if you get the wrong audience to your VSL, again, it doesn't matter how good the VSL is, how long, it only matters about the audience. So he grabs the attention by limited, right? And the opportunity is big, 10K per month, because the people that have a dream of 10K per month are not gonna they're different from people that have a dream of $100,000 a month. And it adds curiosity, but by sharing that it's not something common that you've seen before. And then gets the email list to nurture them. You already know that. Anyway, this is the VSL. I'm gonna break down the VSL because he has a lot of tall tasks to do. Because his niche, right? Maybe you're a coach talking about all of these, but so he has to sell out a lot of people, and these are very, very easy things. So it's e-commerce, Amazon, AI products. You can make a lot of money easy from your bedroom. So people are exposed to these promises a lot. So, but he has done it. He has outsold everyone, and he's made his product unique in a very, very, very special way. And I'll show it to you in 3 steps: lead, body, and offer. Here's his VSL. So how he starts with is, again, keep in mind the audience. This secret app on your phone is making everyday people pull 9 to 10K per month every month with no skill upfront. So with no skill, upfront capital, and is backed by millionaires. So there's a lot of psychology that goes into this. It's a big thing that's happening fast, and it's so easy to do, and it would inevitably like explode because billionaires are backing it, and this is a new app. It's not just any e-commerce or any like TikTok thing that you're gonna do. This is the lead, and we'll get them to stay. And then the body is the most interesting thing. So he doesn't just normally give you a 5-step training like most coaches do. What he does is he introduces the buyer, like the buyer and the demand. There are brands spending this much dollars, but they have a problem, right? Brands spend on advertising, but advertising is expensive. So this secret app is the solution. Now he sells out other people, and then he sells out other make money things like dropshipping, like making endless content, and then he shows you how to become the middleman from this secret app to this buyer, like to these demand, right? To this big corporations or big brands. Anyway, so I have like I said, he has partnership with that secret $1 million app, like actually $1 billion app. So you can see that this makes him unique, specific to him. So we have the big brand, the big demand, and we have the cheap supply. He shows them how to become the middleman, and he is the one that's credible to show them because he has partnership with the $1 billion app, right? And so this is only specific to him, right? And then after that, he goes to the offer by introducing the program, right? He's like the $1 billion app backing his community. So it's like you can see that here. I've showed you right here, right? So the $1 billion app that made VR program, which is like what he's specifically talking about, WAP. Yes, we have a partnership, right? So it's backed by WAP. It's adding a lot of only, right? It's adding a lot of I am the only one that can supply this, and he overqualifies the prospects, which again, like you need a lot of audience knowledge to do it, and then list out the offer, like what he's gonna get, what they're gonna get, and then emotionally sell with the offer stack. Now this is the most important component because look how huge the emotional selling is, and to do this you need a lot of audience knowledge, right? And by the way, this is the most important thing. Every single part of this VSO is written with the audience in mind, right? And that's why the next step is not going to get you to book a call. The next step is going to get you to apply a form, and that's very, 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 very smart way to get those contacts, to get those interested leads to 1, book the call, right? And then 2, show up in that call, and then 3, after they show up, make sure the guarantee that they will close. And he's done that by adding touch points, right? So after a day or so, he gets a follower, one of his teams to call you up, to call one of those leads up, and then he adds all of these touch points, right? He qualifies these people, he gets them to book a Zoom call, he messages them, he adds email reminder, he even gets them on a group page, on an IG group with Eddie, right? So this all adds a touch point and an environment before you even go for the call. So 1, like you have to come to the call because it's an environment, and 2, you're already there. You're already talking to these people. You're already warm, so you're gonna buy. You're definitely gonna buy, right? Now, unfortunately, I have not got the time to get on the Zoom call, but real quick, let me show you how he's positioning his offer to get 110 people to pay over than $2,000. Over than $2,000. So what he's doing is that this is his core offer. His core offer is I will help you become a middleman between big corporations and teenager clippers and guarantee close a high-ticket client in 30 days or will pair you with a creator. Now, there's a lot of happening here, so let's break it down using Alex Hormozi's value equation, right? And by the way, look, this takes a lot of breaking down, so I'm going to show you how to tie it back to your offer in a second. Now, right? So, what he does is the dream outcome, right? You're going to have a high-ticket client that pays you 2 to 5 to 10K per month, right? In just 30 days, right? The 30 days is the time delay, right? So the dream outcome is out. And then, excuse me for this, what was this? Likelihood. Okay, likelihood of achievement is it safe for them to go with that offer? Well, or will pay you the creator. So it's 100% likelihood of achievement, right? And then the effort and sacrifice is almost none because he's selling, unlike all of these all of the coaches, and maybe your offer is like this, he is selling a middleman, right? He's not selling a sales coach So they have to learn master sales. He's selling, hey, you get these people and you offer it to these people. So it's like kind of like drop servicing, but a bit tweaked. So effort and sacrifice is none, almost none. Time delay, 30 days, guaranteed, almost none. You can see that this offer is bulletproof. When a man, like when a student, like a competitor, when your target audience is exposed with an offer like this, sold to with an offer with VSL like that, you can see that they have no option but to buy, to book a call, and to just get like throw all the money to their account. So if you're selling in a traditional way where you're just screaming at people, it's like, hey, come to my free training, and you're begging people to buy with this 5-step framework, that you have to like do some advanced stuff like this, because your competitors, they're not playing, they're doing some huge stuff. And yeah, if you want my help in setting up any part of this funnel, you can just text me on IG and I'll help you out for free, right? Don't even worry about it. But anyway, hope you loved this video. Hope this was really valuable. Hope this showed you how you could get like a lot more people to your program, and two, how the big dogs are doing it. And yeah, that's always see you next week.